Good day, I'm Tom, and thank you for tuning in. I feel compelled to do a short introduction of this piece. I wrote this sometime back in the 90s and originally published it on a spoken word CD in 2010. I have realized recently that I needed to republish it because my audience for it is rapidly disappearing. That audience would be people who were alive in the 50s or have been exposed to 50s music and lifestyles. Right now is April 2025. Last November, I turned 80 years old. My high school graduating class of 1963 has shrunk to about a dozen or so. So there is an ever-diminishing number of people who will get what this piece is about. Contained in this story are precisely 50 song titles and snippets of song lyrics from the 50s and maybe a couple from the early 60s. So pay close attention and see how many you can recognize. I hope you enjoy this. Lost in the 50s. Many of us have a time in our lives that we look back on with great fondness. We think back and say, I'd like to go back. I'd like to see those people and do those things and visit those places again. That time for me was the 50s. I remember the 50s because I was there. And I want to tell you, it was a wonderful time. It was an exciting time, but it was also a simpler time. And especially if you were a teenager in the 50s, life was really quite simple, because there were only three things that mattered: cars, rock and roll, and falling in love. The 50s was Elvis, Buddy Holly, Connie Francis, chrome, tail fins, and fender skirts. It was falling in love, getting your heart broken, then falling in love all over again. Where do you suppose all those songs about young love and broken hearts came from, if not from someone's personal experiences? Experiences, perhaps, not too different from your own. Guys, remember that one special girl? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Sweet little 16, Venus in blue jeans, Mona Lisa with a ponytail, poetry in motion. From the very first moment you saw her down at the beach at Palisades Park in her itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini, you knew that she was the girl for you. Yeah, you were in love with the cutest little girl with the cutest ponytail that swayed with a wiggle when she walked. But she didn't know you existed. Oh, but you could fix that, because you were the kind of guy who didn't hesitate, mince words, or miss opportunities. And so it was that you walked up to her on that fateful day in the hallway at school, dressed in your white sport coat, your pink carnation, and your blue suede shoes, and you looked her straight in the eye and said, "Little darling, I need you to call my own." She said, "Who are you?" "Why, pretty little angel eyes, I'm your dream lover, and there's a moon out tonight, and I want you to come go with me to the chapel of love, 'cause I only have eyes for you, and I just want to be your teddy bear." She said, "What?" You said, "Honey, my heart belongs to only you, and I want you to wear my ring around your neck to tell the world I'm yours, by heck, 'cause I know that I was born to be with you, pretty blue eyes." Well, she looked you straight in the eye and said, "Hit the road, Jack." You said, "Hey, don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love." She said, "Listen, you really need to leave me alone, because my boyfriend's back and you're going to be in trouble." "Boyfriend? What boyfriend? What's his name?" She said, "Never mind his name. They just call him the leader of the pack." Oh, no, not him. It was all over. You knew who he was. You couldn't compete with him. There was nothing you could do, nothing you could say. You turned and walked away. You went back to your room, down on Lonely Street, at Heartbreak Hotel, murmuring to yourself, "Why must I be a teenager in love?" Yeah, you were Mr. Blue. You were crying those lonely teardrops. And from the darkness of your lonely room, you called out to her in the still of the night, "Honey, I got tears on my pillow and pain in my heart caused by you." You could have just given up, said, "Goodbye, cruel world, I'm off to join the circus." But you didn't, because you knew that it's all in the game, all in the wonderful game that we know as love. But you couldn't sleep at all that night because you were tossing and turning, thinking about her. You couldn't get her off your mind, so you went out walking after midnight, just a walking in the rain, getting soaking wet, torturing your heart, trying to forget. You had to see her, so you went a-walking past her house late that night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. But you knew she wasn't alone, 'cause from within, a dim light cast 2 silhouettes on the shade. The boyfriend was there. Gosh, you couldn't go knock on her door, not with him there, but you had to at least talk to her, so you ran down to the corner malt shop and put a dime in the payphone and dialed her number. Hello? Hello, darling. Who is this? Darling, I just want to know, are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? She said, Drifted apart? I don't remember us ever being together. Honey, does your memory stray to a bright summer's day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? She said, Kiss me? Yuck, you got to be kidding. Listen, I'm going to hang up the phone now. I don't want you to ever call me again, 'cause, honey, no, wait. I want you to put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone, and let's pretend that we're together, all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low, and you can tell your friend there with you he'll have to go. Well, there was just a short pause right before she slammed the phone down, and you heard her mutter, Why do fools fall in love? Man, you had heartaches by the number and troubles by the score, 'cause every day she loved you less, and each day you loved her more. But it's hard to love a little girl who doesn't love you, 'cause, brother, that's when your heartaches begin. But gosh, golly, gee whiz, you should have known it might turn out this way. You were warned. Your friends, they asked you how you knew that your true love was true, and you had once replied that something here inside could not be denied. But now, laughing friends deride the tears you cannot hide. Oh, but you just smile and say that when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. Oh, but that was all such a very long time ago. Ain't it funny how time slips away? It's all just memories now. The cars are gone, the Studebaker Golden Hawks, the Packard Clippers, the Nash Ramblers. Yeah, there's a few 55 Chevys left, but my yellow and white 57 Ford Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop, I don't know where it is. It's gone. It's lost forever. And they tore down the corner malt shop years ago and put up a parking ramp. And that little girl, the cutest little girl with the cutest ponytail that swayed with a wiggle when she walked, she's 81 years old now? Oh, but there's still one piece of it that we do have yet, the music. The old 45s have got a lot of scratches on them, but they've all been digitally remastered, and they're ours forever. Because I'll tell you what, boys and girls, the music ain't never going to die. And if you got that old-time rock and roll down in your heart and soul, you know what I'm talking about. There was a song some years back entitled Lost in the 50s Tonight. And when I hear it, it reminds me of something I saw years ago at a car show. It was a dreamy lavender blue 51 Mercury coupe, and lovingly inscribed on the glass of the rear quarter window were the words, Lost in the 50s Forever. And, well, I guess maybe that's what I am. Oh, and just one more thing. Guys, keep away from Runaround Sue. Thanks for watching and or listening, as the case may be. You can reach me if you'd like at tom@tomharris.us or at 877-901-9977. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.